What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to bring you the top things that me and my wife like about our 2020 Subaru Outback. I previously did a 1,000-mile review on this thing. I will throw the link up there if you want to watch that. But this is going to be a list of the top things that we actually really like about this Outback. This is a 2020 Subaru Outback XT limited edition. So that's going to be specific mainly to this model, but there is a lot of things that cross over if you just get a premium or you don't get the XT model. Originally we were going to do a top 5 list, but I actually have at least 7 here, so this is what we're going to go by. Going to get you tons of footage of the vehicle also, and hopefully maybe if you're looking to purchase a vehicle or this is on your list and you're unsure if this is something you may like, maybe this will help you. This is going to be subjective, as in the things that we really like about our Subaru Outback. Not necessarily the top features or things along that line. These are things that we actually really like about it. So the first thing we love about this car is that it has a ton of cargo capacity and it has a good practicality to it. So the cargo capacity, excellent rear cargo area with the hatch up, excellent second row. That's the main reason we got this. I previously had a Subaru WRX, which was excellent, fun to drive, all-wheel drive, manual, which I liked, but we couldn't fit the stroller in there. There was all kinds of other baby stuff we couldn't fit in there. We have a 2-month-old, so life changes when you grow, and we're fairly active, so we needed both vehicles that would actually be able to fit the car seat because we do take him out fairly frequently. So you have tons of cargo area, specifically in the second row is where we really thought this shined, is that there's just tons of room back there. Especially when the baby gets a little bigger, or we're hauling family around, or we're traveling, it'll be a great option. And the practicality, you have roof rails, you have all that stuff already built in. Roof racks, roof rails are built into this vehicle, so at some point we do plan on hauling a kayak, and we have bikes, so we'll move those around, and it'll be fairly inexpensive and easy to attach stuff to the top of this thing. And we like to travel. We like, before all the COVID stuff, we originally liked to travel, so we would take 3 or 4 trips a year. So this will actually be more practical than the Subaru WRX, which we had previously. The second thing that we really love about the 2020 Subaru Outback is mainly focused on most Subaru models, in that they're all-wheel drive and 8.7 inches of ground clearance. So all their non-cars are all all-wheel drive and have 8.7 inches of ground clearance. We live in Ohio, where we do get some bad weather times in the winter, and we do travel up north to visit her family fairly frequently in the winter for Thanksgiving, Christmas, things along that lines, and they tend to get more snow. So the all-wheel drive and the ground clearance is something that it was a must for us. We previously had a Honda CR-V, which we actually almost got stuck a couple times, and this was just off in some trails on some parks that we like to go to. It did have all-wheel drive, but it's not the same. It's not the symmetrical with the differential and the equal link shafts, drive shafts, which is nice. So Subaru's all-wheel drive is miles above a lot of the other all-wheel drives out there. So that was another reason. The third thing that we actually love about our Subaru Outback is the engine. This is one reason why we got this over the Forester. I've owned a Forester in the past, and I actually would have preferred to have a Forester, but with the Outback, it's the only other model besides the Ascent currently that you can get the 2.4 liter turbocharged engine. So 260 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque, and that's why we got this over the Forester. And this is one of the better engines I think Subaru's ever made, if not the best. It's very smooth, very refined. You can tell they spent a lot of time on this thing. And I believe there's a ton of headroom for this because it's rumored to go in the next STI, more performance-oriented version of it. But that's why we got this. It's great on the interstate. It is connected to a CVT, which is a little bit of a downturn when starting out. For example, if you're at a light and you floor it, it will take a little while to get going. But overall, it is one of the better engines out there, and it's a little bit overpowered, I think, for the Subaru Outback. I really only think you need probably 230, 240 horsepower to get this thing going. But passing people on the interstate is a breeze with this thing, and just getting around town, if you need to speed up a little bit, it's very good. So the other thing we like about our Subaru Outback is, our 2020 Subaru Outback, is actually related to the engine, and that is its highway miles per gallon, and then it takes unleaded fuel. So you don't have to put premium fuel in this thing, which is most turbocharged 4-cylinder engines like the one in the WRX and the Center and the STI, you have to put premium fuel in it. So this takes unleaded, and on the interstate I've done a couple 60-mile trips and I was getting around 31 miles per gallon. It's estimated to get 30, but I got a little bit above that, which is excellent for 260 horsepower, larger wagon vehicle. It's just outstanding how you can get that in there. But you don't really get in the turbo a lot on the interstate, especially if you're not passing people. So I had my speedometer set at 74 miles per gallon, or 74 miles per hour, and that's the range I got, was about 31 miles per gallon, which is excellent. Love it on the highway and long distance for the miles per gallon. Not so much in the city or if you're driving short distances, but I'll get to that in a different video. So the other thing that we really love about our 2020 Subaru Outback is the safety features. This, again, applies to most all Subarus. It gets one of the highest standard you can get with the highway crash ratings, Gold Plus, whatever their highest is, this gets. It's on their new Subaru Global architecture, which is more rigid, safer, more stiff. It's just an overall safer platform than their older style. Subaru, you got your eyesight, which is nice for example, if you're backing up and someone's behind you or a car's behind you, it will beep at you. It has auto braking, so if you're about to hit something, it will basically stop for you, which can get annoying if you're too close to someone or someone pulls out in front of you, but they're actually speeding up. It will still brake for you, but that's an excellent safety feature. Their adaptive cruise control is great. Overall, it's a very safe vehicle, which is one thing we wanted because we have a 2-month-old and we do plan on having a larger family, so we wanted something that was going to be safe for everyone to drive around in. What we really love about our 2020 Subaru Outback is the ride quality, and this is something that's a positive and a negative, but I'm going to focus on the positive. It is very softly sprung. It has McPherson struts in the front, and it is very similar to the Subaru Ascent in that it is very soft. It absorbs all the bumps, which is good. It does have some body lean when you're going around turns, but the ride quality on this thing is amazing. The front seats are amazing. They're the same seats in the Ascent, I believe, but it's one of the more softer, especially traveling long distances. It's just a very comfortable vehicle to drive. We haven't had in the snow yet, but in the rain, off-road, on some trails, or just general driving around town, it's an excellent daily driver and very comfortable for just about anyone out there. So the last thing that we really love about our 2020 Subaru Outback is the new interior quality. The fit and finish of this thing is outstanding, especially compared to, we owned a 2013 and an 18 Forester, and then we owned a WRX. And the interior quality on those older models was not great. The interior quality on this is top notch. The leather's great. There's not as much plastic. It's quieter. Very little rattles in this thing. It just is a lot more modern, a lot more lines. The Harman Kardon system is great in it. That could be another thing to add on to it. And it doesn't cost that much to actually jump up to that. But the interior quality of this is just miles above the older Outback or any of the older non-global platform Subarus. And that's it. Again, there's many other things we like. The Harman Kardon sounds excellent, especially for the price point. It's not a huge upgrade to get that stereo system, and it's much better than the stock one. The infotainment's nice. I'm going to put that in my negative, but I'll talk about that later. But overall, it's an excellent vehicle. If this list doesn't sway you into it, check out some more lengthy, more professional, in-depth reviews, but it's a great vehicle that we really love. If you have any questions about the vehicle, any more videos you want to see about it, leave them below. Feel free to like this video if you like it and you want to see more content along this lines. That's it. Again, this was a 2020 Subaru Outback Limited XT. Top things we love about it. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day and enjoy the weekend. It's getting close. I think it's Thursday right now. Yeah. So enjoy the rest of the week and have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys next time.